Hi everyone, welcome back to Easy Talk English. I'm Emma, and I'm so happy you're here with us today.
Hey everyone, I'm John. It's great to see you again. Thanks for joining us.
Today, you will learn real English you can use at the grocery store. We're going to talk about shopping for food, asking simple questions, finding things, comparing prices, and checking out at the end. All right, let's begin.
Hey Emma, how's your morning going?
Pretty good. I was just thinking about the grocery store today, actually.
Really? Why?
Because I went grocery shopping this morning and I had one of those very normal, very human moments.
Oh no, what happened?
I made a beautiful shopping list and then I left it at home.
Classic.
I know. I stood there near the entrance with my cart and thought, well, this is not ideal.
That is so real. I do that all the time. Sometimes I even make a list on my phone and then forget to look at it.
That's impressive.
Thank you. I try my best to create problems for myself.
Well, today's topic is perfect then. We can talk about real grocery store English and real grocery store problems.
Exactly, because going to the grocery store seems simple, but there are actually a lot of useful words and phrases.
Yes, and if English is not your first language, a grocery store can feel a little stressful at first.
There are signs, aisles, labels, prices, store workers, cashiers.
And sometimes 20 kinds of yogurt that all look the same.
Why are there so many yogurts?
I don't know. Every time I go to the yogurt section, I feel like I'm taking a test.
Same.
Okay, let's start from the beginning. You arrive at the grocery store. What's the first thing you do?
Usually I grab a cart.
Right. A cart is the big metal thing you push around the store to carry your food.
Some people also say shopping cart.
Yes, and if you only need a few things, you can grab a basket.
A basket is smaller and you carry it in your hand.
So a useful sentence is, I'm just getting a few things, so I only need a basket.
Or, I have a big list today. I definitely need a cart.
Yes, that's me most weekends.
Do you like grocery shopping, Emma?
Honestly, sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Fair answer.
If I go when I'm calm, with enough time, I kind of enjoy it. I like looking at fresh fruits and vegetables, the produce section.
That's a very common grocery store word.
Yes, but if I go when I'm tired or hungry, then it's a very different experience.
Oh yes, never shop hungry.
Never. That is an important life lesson.
Because when you shop hungry, everything looks good.
Everything. Suddenly, I need chips, cookies, frozen pizza, chocolate, and 3 kinds of juice.
Exactly. You walk in for eggs and bread and somehow leave with ice cream and a birthday cake.
Even though nobody has a birthday.
Right. The cake was just emotionally necessary.
So after you get your cart or basket, where do you usually go first?
I usually go to the produce section first.
Me too. I like to get fruits and vegetables before anything else.
It makes me feel healthy and responsible.
Yes, even if I buy cookies later, I can still say, well, I bought spinach.
Exactly. Balance.
Okay, in the produce section, you'll hear words like apples, bananas, oranges, grapes, strawberries, lettuce, spinach, carrots, onions, potatoes.
And sometimes you need to weigh the produce.
Right, weigh means check how heavy it is. Some stores ask you to weigh fruits or vegetables before you buy them.
You may also need a produce bag.
A produce bag is the thin bag you use for fruits and vegetables.
One useful question is, are these sold by weight or by piece?
Good one. By weight means the price depends on how heavy it is. By piece means each item has its own price.
For example, bananas are often sold by weight, but avocados are sometimes sold by piece.
Right. And another useful question is, how much are these?
Simple and natural.
Very natural.
I have a small story about avocados, actually.
Oh, good. Tell me.
So a few months ago, I wanted to make guacamole for some friends.
Nice.
So I went to the store and bought avocados.
But I didn't really check them carefully.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, when I got home, they were rock hard.
Oh, no.
I could not make guacamole. I could barely make eye contact with them.
That's so dramatic.
I was disappointed. For anyone learning English, rock hard means extremely hard.
Right. So now I always gently touch the avocados first.
That's actually a great grocery tip. Some foods need to be checked.
Yes, bananas, avocados, peaches, tomatoes.
Exactly. You want to make sure they're fresh and not too soft or too hard.
Fresh means not old, not spoiled, and still good to eat.
Right, and spoiled means the food is bad now. You should not eat it. Okay, so after produce, many people go to different aisles.
An aisle is the long space between shelves in a store.
Right, grocery stores have aisles for pasta, cereal, canned food, snacks, cleaning products, drinks,
So if you need help, you can ask, "Excuse me, where can I find the rice?"
or, excuse me, which aisle is the pasta in?
Those are great, simple questions.
Yes, very useful. And store workers hear them all day.
You can also say, "Do you have almond milk?" or "Do you carry this brand?"
Do you carry this brand means, do you sell this brand here?
Right, because sometimes one store has it and another store doesn't.
That happens to me with coffee sometimes. I like one specific kind, and it's not always there.
What do you do if the store doesn't have what you want?
I usually look for something similar, but first I ask, are you out of this item?
Oh, that's a great phrase. Out of means the store had it, but now there's none left.
Right, so you can ask, are you out of eggs or are you out of whole wheat bread?
Very natural. Let's talk about prices, because that's a big part of grocery shopping.
Yes, people compare prices all the time.
Compare means look at two or more things and decide which is better, cheaper, bigger, healthier, or more useful.
I compare prices a lot, especially with things like cereal, yogurt, cheese, and coffee.
Same. One little box can cost $6, and the bigger box is only $7.
Exactly. Sometimes the larger size is a better deal.
A deal means a good price.
Right. You might say, this is a good deal, or this one is cheaper,
You can also say, this brand is too expensive.
or I'm waiting for this to go on sale.
Go on sale means the price becomes lower for a limited time.
Yes, and many stores have signs that say things like, buy one, get one free.
That means if you buy one item, you get another one for free.
I love those signs.
Me too, but sometimes they trick me.
How?
I walk in needing one bag of chips, and then I see buy one, get one free, and suddenly I'm buying two.
That's how they get you.
Exactly. The store is very smart.
Stores know how people think.
Yes, they know I'm weak around snacks.
Another useful thing at the grocery store is reading labels.
Yes, the label is the information on the package.
It tells you what the food is, what ingredients it has, how much sugar, salt, fat, protein.
And if it's organic, low-fat, gluten-free, dairy-free, and so on.
Right. Let's explain a few of those. Organic usually means the food was grown with fewer chemicals.
Gluten-free means it does not contain gluten, which some people cannot eat.
Dairy-free means it does not contain milk products.
And low-fat means it has less fat than the regular version.
I don't read every label carefully, but I do check sugar sometimes.
Me too, especially with drinks and cereal.
Because some foods look healthy, but then you read the label and realize they have a lot of sugar.
Yes, that has happened to me so many times.
One useful phrase is, I'm checking the ingredients.
Or, I'm trying to eat less sugar.
Or, I'm looking for something low in sodium.
Sodium is another word for salt in food labels.
Right, that's a helpful word to know.
Okay, let's move to the dairy section.
Ah, yes. Milk, cheese, butter, yogurt, eggs.
The dairy section is always cold.
Always. I go in there and immediately regret not bringing a jacket.
Same. Grocery stores are either too warm or too cold. There is no middle.
Very true. In the dairy section, you might ask, do you have whole milk?
Or, where's the Greek yogurt?
Or, what's the difference between these two?
Good one. That's a useful question anywhere in the store.
Yes, especially if two products look very similar, like regular yogurt and Greek yogurt, or salted butter and unsalted butter.
I once bought unsweetened almond milk by mistake.
Oh no.
Yes, I used it in my coffee and immediately knew something was wrong.
That sounds terrible.
It was not a happy surprise.
That's why labels matter.
Exactly.
Now, let's talk about frozen food.
The frozen section is dangerous for me
Why?
because I always tell myself I'll just get frozen vegetables.
And then?
Then I see pizza, waffles, ice cream, fries, and suddenly my cart becomes very emotional.
My cart becomes very emotional. I love that.
It's true, my cart starts making bad decisions.
The frozen section has many useful items, though.
Definitely. Frozen vegetables, frozen fruit, frozen meals, frozen fish.
Yes, and for busy people, frozen food can be very helpful.
One useful question is this fully cooked?
Good one. Fully cooked means the food is already cooked and only needs to be heated.
Another useful question is, how long does this need to cook?
Right, that's more for home, but still helpful when reading the package.
Okay, let's talk about one of the most important things at the grocery store, forgetting something.
Yes, this always happens.
Always, no matter how good your list is.
Exactly. You finish shopping, go to the checkout line, and then suddenly remember
The eggs.
the eggs. Why is it always the eggs?
I don't know, but it's always something important.
So what do you do?
If I'm not next in line, I usually say, I forgot one thing. I'll be right back.
I'll be right back means I will return very soon.
If I'm already at the cashier, I might ask, can I quickly grab one more item?
That's polite and natural.
Or, if I really don't want to go back, I just accept my fate and come back another day.
Accept my fate sounds so serious.
It feels serious when you have no eggs for breakfast.
Fair enough. All right, now let's go to the checkout area.
The checkout is the place when you pay.
Right, and the person who scans your items is the cashier.
Scan means use the machine to read the barcode and show the price.
At checkout, the cashier might ask, "Did you find everything okay?"
That's a very common question.
And you can answer, "Yes, thank you," or "Almost, I couldn't find the pasta sauce."
Another common question is paper or plastic.
That means, what kind of bag do you want?
Some places also ask, do you need bags?
Because many people bring reusable bags now.
Reusable means you can use them again and again.
Right. I try to bring my own bags, but I forget sometimes.
Same. I always remember them when I'm halfway home.
Exactly.
The cashier may also ask, do you have a loyalty card?
A loyalty card is a store card that gives you discounts or points.
Right. Some stores call it a rewards card.
If you have one, you can say, "Yes, here it is," or "Yes, it's under my phone number."
And if you don't have one, you can simply say, no, I don't.
Easy.
Then comes the payment part.
Yes, the cashier might say, "That'll be $42.50.
And you can say, I'm paying by card or I'm paying in cash.
Cash means physical money, like bills and coins.
Sometimes they ask, would you like a receipt?
A receipt is the paper that shows what you bought and how much you paid.
And you can say, yes, please, or no, thank you.
Very simple, very useful. We should also mention self-checkout.
Oh, yes. Self-checkout is when you scan and pay for your items by yourself.
Some people love it, some people hate it.
I'm in the middle.
Same. It's nice when you only have a few items.
But sometimes the machine starts talking to you in a very disappointed voice.
Yes, unexpected item in the bagging area.
Exactly. It always sounds like I have personally failed the machine.
The bagging area is the place where you put your scanned items.
Self-checkout uses a lot of useful little instructions.
Like, scan your first item, place item in bagging area, or please wait for assistance.
Assistance means help.
Right, if something goes wrong, a worker comes to help.
I once had a self-checkout machine freeze because I scanned bananas wrong.
Oh no.
It was a very humbling moment.
Bananas defeated you?
Completely.
I'm sorry, but that's funny.
It is funny now. At the time, I felt judged by technology.
I think one of the best things about grocery store English is that it's very practical.
Yes, you can use it right away in real life.
Exactly. Simple questions like, "Where can I find?" or "How much is this?" or "Do you have this in a smaller size?"
Those are real, everyday questions.
And you don't need long, complicated sentences.
Short, polite English is perfect in stores.
"Excuse me, where's the bread?"
Do you have brown rice?
Is this on sale?
Can I get a bag, please?
That's all very natural.
Before we wrap up, let me ask you something. What is your favorite part of the grocery store?
I think I like the produce section the most. It feels colorful, fresh, and healthy.
Nice.
What about you?
Honestly, the bakery section.
Of course.
Fresh bread, muffins, cookies. It smells amazing.
The bakery section is dangerous.
Very dangerous. I go in for bread and come out with 3 pastries in a dream.
3 pastries in a dream is wonderful.
Thank you. It's true.
My least favorite part is probably when the store is crowded.
Oh, yes. Crowded means there are too many people.
Right. Then it becomes hard to move, hard to think, and everyone seems to stop their cart in the exact wrong place.
Yes. Why do people always stop in the middle of the aisle?
I don't know. Grocery store traffic is very real.
It really is.
All right, let's wrap up. We talked about so much today.
We did. We talked about carts, baskets, produce, aisles, prices, labels, dairy, frozen food, checkout, and self-checkout.
We talked about asking for help, finding items, comparing prices, and paying at the end.
And we shared a few grocery store mistakes, too.
Yes, because real life is never perfect.
So what's the main takeaway today?
I think the main takeaway is this. Grocery store English can be simple. You don't need perfect grammar or advanced words.
Just learn a few useful phrases and use them with confidence.
Ask short questions. Be polite, take your time.
And remember, store workers hear these questions every day.
Exactly. You are not bothering them by asking for help.
You're just shopping like everyone else.
And the more you practice, the more natural it will feel.
That's true for English and for grocery shopping.
Very true.
And for everyone watching, here's a little practice question. What do you usually buy at the grocery store?
Yes, tell us in the comments. Maybe fruit, vegetables, milk, rice, bread, eggs, coffee, or maybe something fun from the bakery section.
We won't judge.
Never.
If you enjoyed this conversation, please give the video a thumbs up.
And subscribe to Easy Talk English for more real-life conversation practice.
We're here to help you learn English you can actually use.
Slowly, clearly, and naturally.
Thanks for spending this time with us today.
Until next time.
Happy shopping.
And keep speaking English with confidence.
Bye, everyone.
See you next time.